Welcome back, NGDL fans, to the semifinals, the conference championships of the NGDL. We were able to claw our way here last week in the quarterfinals against Quilliams 23's St. Louis Fletchinders, and our opponent is none other than the Novato Neuverns. And we swept the. We did not sweep them. We split them in the regular season. They won one. We won one. They were the winner of our division, and the number 2 seed in the overall in our conference. They were able to beat the Niños Pequeños, the other wildcard team last week, and this team is amazing. And Saltfire is an amazing dude. And this is going to be a really, really hard match. You recall from the regular season they have Necrozma, so they can use Duskwing and Dawnwing, or Dawn, whatever it's called. And this is a really, really well-rounded team. They obviously did amazingly in the regular season, only losing 4 games. And they were one of the hottest teams in the NGDL this season. And it's going to be a rough, it's hard to beat, it's just a really, really awesome match. And I'm really happy to be here. And we're hoping that we can advance to the finals. The Nacho Bowl, if you want to call it, I don't know. And that's all I'm going to say about this right now. We're well aware of the Novato Neuverns. We've battled them twice already this season. And we just need one more win. So after finding out Novato won, and, a little bit of contemplation, I did make a Battle Factory swap. Now, if you recall from the NGDO 1 in the playoffs, instead of transactions, we can actually swap one Pokemon with, the opponent's team that we just defeated, provided that we don't go over the cap. And I actually got rid of Greninja. I know. I was excited to bring back Greninja from, the NGDO 1. It was kind of like my captain and all that. But I figured I really wanted Victini. And the reason I wanted Victini is because it's a strong fire type that we've been lacking ever since we got rid of Mega Blaziken. And obviously with V-Create, it will threaten the best form of Necrozma, the Dusk Wings, or whatever it's called. The one that's Steel Psychic. The one that's a pain in the ass. The one that's actually, like, super, super good. And I felt that we kind of needed that edge against it in order to, if he does bring that Necrozma, to get rid of it. It's also a very powerful Pokemon in its own right. I mean, I could run, obviously, Z Celebrate if I wanted to, or I could run a, physical set, which I actually am going to do with V-Create, and I actually chose Choice Scarf. And there's the Novato Neuverns team. And we're going to have to fight this freaking Porygon 2 again, because in the playoff draft, the Niños Pequeños picked them up. And Novato decided to swap Mandibuzz with Porygon 2, which is an excellent choice because Porygon 2, obviously with Everlight, is one of the best physical tanks in the game. He's obviously picking it up because he's afraid of Necrozma. And in the playoff draft, he also selected Tapu Lele, in part probably because of my Arceus. Now Tapu Lele is going to let him get up the Psychic Terrain, which is going to hurt my ability to use Arceus' favorite weapon, which is Extreme Speed. And, that's going to actually play in with his team, their team, very nicely as well, because Necrozma, obviously, in the Psychic Terrain, is going to get that boost as well. So there's a lot of nice synergy there, and this is going to be a rough match. This is a well-drafted team. There's multiple Pokemon that I'm afraid of on his roster. So without, further delay, let's just take a look at these teams. So, about what I expected. I actually expected him to bring Nihilego, but he's not bringing it along. Instead, he's bringing Regirock, which is actually pretty good because it obviously resists normal. But the most interesting thing is he's actually going to bring the Dawn Necrozma, which I was kind of expecting to bring the other 2 times, but this is actually going to catch me a little off guard here. Now, it's X4 weak to Dark, but I only have one Pokemon with a Dark-type move, and that's my Scrafty. Anyway, he's going to go ahead and lead with his Tapu Lele right off the bat against my Victini, and I'm just going to go ahead and U-turn. I'm expecting a Scarf Tapu Lele set. I am a Scarf Victini in return. And I just want to U-turn so I can get a positive matchup here against this Regirock. Now, a slight, error I made is this Scrafty. And I actually didn't bring Intimidate, which is what I meant to do. And that kind of sucks. But, so I'm not going to get that -1 attack there. I was going to get his Stealth Rocks up, which actually really hurts the team I brought. I do have Defog on my Thundurus, so now it's kind of like a priority for me to get that off. So I go for the Drain Punch here, and I really should have probably went for the knockoff again to get rid of the Scarf. I kind of figured he would switch out. but that kind of sucks. So I'm going to go in my Uxie, and he's going to make a great play to Shadow Ball, and I really shouldn't have done this. I should have went right back into my, went first into my Araquanid, and that's going to cripple Uxie because he gets the crit as well, so that kind of sucks. But I know that he's going to be Scarf. I don't see the Life Orb, so it kind of confirms my suspicion that he's Scarf. So I'm going to go into my Arceus, which obviously has the Ghost Type immunity, and yeah, it's not going to do anything, and the, Psychic Terrain ends up going away, so that's cool. Anyway, in comes his Regirock again, and I knew that this can carry the Shuca Berry. I'm kind of expecting counter because of it. I go for the return. It doesn't do much. I do have Earthquake, but I'm still not 100% sure I can kill this thing. So I'm just going to go back into my Uxie. He ends up going for the Focus Punch, which is a nifty move. I guess predicting my Arceus to set up. Instead, I go into Uxie. I do have max defense, but with 17 HP, even with the resistance, I'm not going to be able to... Actually, it crits me. I wonder if I would have been able to survive that if not for the crit. Because I had the resistance and max defense, but oh well. Anyway, in comes my Thundurus. And, like I said, I just want to get the Defog up. No fear. I don't think he has a rock move at this point. But my ability, Prankster, ends up hurting me here because of, Gen 7 change that, the Psychic Terrain, which is going to immune priority moves, and Prankster is turning Defog into a priority move, which really, really blows. And now I don't even know what to do. I'm expecting a Moonblast, so I decided just to stay in and go for the Thunderbolt. I ended up getting the Paralysis, which was nice, but it is going to cost me my Thundurus. So right now, early, the Novato Neuverns is doing some real work against me. They're getting all the predictions in their favor, and I'm down 6-4. So in comes my Araquanid. I know I need to get some kind of advantage here, so I'm just going to go for the Sticky Webs. In comes his Vaporeon, which is a massive problem for me, especially since I lost my Thundurus, which my main way to damage this thing. And he's actually going to carry Heal Bell, which I kind of feel mixed on it. Obviously, he's going to get rid of the Paralysis, and it means that I can't Toxic Stall him like I want to do with my Araquanid. But that also means he only has one attacking move, because obviously he's going to have that Wish and Protect. So that means his one attacking move is probably Scald. He probably does not carry the status, so I don't have to worry about Toxic, coming back at me. So anyway, I'm just going to go for the Leech Life. I want to get HP back because I do have the Cobra Berry here on my Araquanid. I know he's still on Staraptor, and I need a little bit more HP to, even if it's Scarfed, to be able to live a Brave Bird with my Cobra Berry, because I would like to surprise that Staraptor and murder it. But he's going to go ahead and Heal Bell away the Toxic now. I end up going for the Liquidation, thinking that he might switch, and I figured, if he doesn't switch, he's going to get his HP back anyway, so it's not really a big risk. I mean, obviously I knew it would trigger Water Absorb if he stayed in, but like I said, I was just going to see if he wanted to switch, try to, get that damage, that free switch in. But no. Anyway, he's going to switch out this time, and he goes out into Porygon 2, and I just go for the Toxic, figuring that he's either going to switch, or I'm going to make him waste his Heal Bell PP. But no, he goes out into Porygon 2, which is fine to get this thing Toxic Poison. Obviously, he can Heal Bell later, but, that'll have to be later. And now I'm just going to go for the Liquidation. I know this thing's probably going to status me, but I don't want to take the status on anything else. Especially since I made a mistake with my Arceus moveset too. I meant to carry Refresh on it, but I ended up apparently using an old set that I was developing in the week, so that kind of sucks. So I have no way to get rid of status right now on my Arceus, so I have to be very careful. I end up keeping Iron Head on it when I actually meant to change the Iron Head into Refresh, but oh well. That's just me being dumb in the biggest game of the year. So, yeah, I got the defense drop, so I know he's going to be forced to switch out, and I know that he's going to probably go into this Vaporeon. And I figured, well, I really need to slow this thing down, and a trick would do the trick, but he's going to be too smart for me, and just go for the Protect. And I'm like, well, I'm just going to go for it again. I actually expected this Staraptor not to be choiced, merely because I figured he'd want to keep a Defogger on this team. He ends up actually being a Defogger, according to the sets he sent me after the game. But it's also a Choice Scarfer. And I'm like, screw it. I know that I can switch my move after tricking it and getting another Choice Scarf. So I'm just going to switch it up for my Bolt Strike thing, which is super powerful, and completely murders his bird. So that was a speed tie, by the way. In the first game we played, he won a speed tie with his Staraptor against my Stoic Sharp Ninetales. This time I returned the favor, winning a speed tie, so I feel like I deserved that. Anyway, so Scrafty comes in again, and once again does not have Intimidate, because I accidentally put Moxie on it. I forgot to change it to Intimidate, which it was supposed to be, and I would have taken that Focus Punch a little better if I had the Intimidate. And here I'm going to actually predict a switch and go for the knockoff, except he counters. so I should have probably went for the fighting move. But I was so sure he might switch. Yeah, he ends up playing that perfectly. It does enough damage, though, that I feel really comfortable being able to KO this Regirock, though, with Earthquake, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that. I'm down to just 3 Pokemon, my Arceus, my Victini, and my Araquanid, so I need to start getting some KOs here. So Regirock goes down. He's going to go on his Porygon, too. Now, obviously, I'm bringing Return. I'm not actually bringing Extreme Speed in this matchup because of the Psychic Terrain that he has. So I decided to go Normalium Z, and this is why I also meant to put Refresh on this thing, but apparently Refresh never made it onto the set. Whatever. Doesn't matter. I can still use the Normalium Z to go ahead and get a Breakneck Blitz here, which I do require depending on the EVs of this thing. It's probably EV physically defensively, so I do need this added power Breakneck Blitz, and this is going to be Z Return, mind you, which is 160 base to destroy this Porygon too, which I needed to do because this thing was just too bulky. But anyway, in comes Tapu Lele again. It's going to have, obviously, -1 speed. And I was thinking here, and I decided just to kill the Tapu Lele. I know I'm going to be faster because of the sticky webs. And, yeah, this was an interesting point in the battle here. I ended up revealing the Iron Head, which was probably stupid. I should have just killed it with Return. But what I probably should have done is actually Swords Dance, knowing that I had enough HP to actually live a Focus Blast, considering it's Choice Scarf. So, yeah, that was kind of a missed opportunity. But I decide, and now he got this Necrozma in with Psychic Terrain, which is really what he wanted. I want to go to my Araquanid to try to stall out the Psychic Terrain a little bit. But he's going to go for the Automize, so he's going to try to, get faster than me. I still have the Scarf Victini, which I know can outspeed, but I know it can't one-hit KO, so I need to get some damage here with Liquidation, and hope that I don't die to this Photon Geyser. And I do, despite Araquanid's huge special defense. It's going to be able to take me out, so that's not good. And now I'm just going to go with Victini. I know that I probably can't kill with V-Create in one hit. It's going to do decent damage, but probably not enough. So I get not quite enough. And he's going to be able to kill me with Moongeist Beam. And now it just comes down to Arceus. He's going to be able to outspeed me now, because now this thing is sitting at +1. Because the Autotomize gives him +2 speed, so he's at +1 right now. And my Arceus just isn't fast enough to outspeed. I have to hope that I can live a hit. But he's going to go ahead and seal the deal here with his Z Photon Geyser in the Psychic Terrain, which will obliterate God, my friends, because he's God Nebby. So I guess in the Battle of the Gods, one had to win, and it wasn't mine. Now, I made a few mistakes there in hindsight. What I really should have done was Swords Dance against the Tapu Lele. I have enough HP to live a Focus Blast. And apparently he didn't even carry the Focus Blast, so I definitely could have lived a Psychic, which would have done a little bit less, even in the Psychic Terrain. And that would have given me enough attack power to cripple the Necrozma, and then potentially, well, definitely revenge kill it with Victini, even using, that Bolt Beam thing. And obviously gotten some damage there on Vaporeon. I hope that, Araquanid can win one-on-one with Vaporeon, which I think I could because his one attacking move is Scald. So, yeah, mistakes were made. I made a couple mistakes on my movesets. And mind you, these were like just dirt mistakes. Like I thought that's what I was genning and then not. So, that kind of sucks. But it was an excellent season. I had so much fun with this season, and I'm glad that it turned out okay. We got to the semifinals again. It's actually where we finished in the NGDL 1 as well. We got to the semifinal match and got bumped out. But Saltfire is a super cool dude. He is a great battler. And I wish him luck against the Sevii champ. Speaking of the Sevii championships, it sounds like Skep and Fulham, who are advanced to the semifinals in that conference, are going to battle Monday. I will be posting that battle. And I obviously will be posting the finals as well between the Nevada Neuverns and, whoever wins between the Jacksonville Fulhamites, coached by Fulham, and the DC Septiles, coached by Skep. So, yeah, we're gonna obviously still see who wins. It was a good season. I don't feel disappointed. I feel like I played well, and I'm just glad I made it this far. But obviously, you never want to lose. It'll be interesting to see what Saltfire decides to take for my team, if anything. Obviously, he's contemplating probably Arceus for Necrozma, but why would he take Arceus when Necrozma just kicked Arceus' butt? That's what I want to know. The NGDL 3 will happen eventually. I'm actually trying to do a different league. In the meantime, probably get to the NGDL 3 because, I enjoyed it. I kind of want to continue with this league as well, but that probably won't be until near the end of the summer. But yeah, today's question of the day is going to be, which is your favorite of the Alolan Islands? So obviously, Alola is the, uh, the region in Pokemon Sun and Moon and Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. It's based on Hawaii, and there's 4 islands in the game. What was your the one you found most fun to explore, or whatnot, or just liked it, or you liked what happened on it? I don't really find Alola that memorable personally, but I think my favorite of the islands was probably the second one, the one with the fire, water, grass. That's actually probably the reason that it's my favorite, is because it's that point in a normal Pokemon run that I actually find most fun, because it's kind of like mid game. You're still kind of leveling up quickly, and you're learning new moves and finding new items constantly that are going help you out. Which obviously, building a team is probably the funnest thing about Pokemon single player. Traveling and building it up as you go, especially in a Nuzlocke. So I always kind of like that mid-game level. When you get to the higher levels, like things start, progressing kind of slowly. When you're at early levels, you kind of just want to get stronger. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and say that second island. I don't remember the name of it, but I'm sure some of you do. I don't know. So leave a comment about that. Miami Dolphins signing out for the last time, but there's still 2 more NGDL2 battles that I will be posting. As I said, we were going to see what happens in the Sevii Championships, and yeah, as well as the championships. So thanks for watching, guys, and see you guys again next time, next league, who knows, or next battle, which I'll probably be posting at some point. Later, bye.